Hello, hello. Have you ever seen Star Wars and saw the Palpatine there and you were like, oh man, this guy is so cool, I want to be like them, I want to fry everybody with electricity. Well, I have a lovely build for you, which will allow your dream to come true. This whole build requires only one exotic. This exotic is available for every single person who's playing this game. This exotic is called Crown of Tempest. It does two things. First thing is that whenever we kill somebody with our arc ability or with jolt damage, it will start to recharge our abilities. And second thing, it will prolong duration of our Storm Trance super. Now to get the exotic, you need to be lucky with your exotic engrams, or you need to wait for Xur to sell it, but it's worth the drop, so I hope you will get lucky. Now for the weapons, main source of damage, it will be arc weapons. We want weapons which has infinite ammunition, so something like this Icos SMG is perfect pick. It has also wall shot, which is amazing perk. Whenever we kill enemy with this weapon, reload, next shot will basically overcharge enemy with electricity, and when we keep shooting this enemy, it will spread electricity all around. And good thing is that every single enemy in this game can conduct electricity. If you cannot access this weapon, we have also something like the sidearm or Dark as Before, that's pulse rifle, which comes from Prophecy Dungeon. Then we have Risk Runner, amazing thing. Then we have Symmetry. You have Long Arm. Long Arm comes from Spire of Watcher, and it's basically legendary arc version of Deadman's Tale. Then you have this Hand Cannon. It comes from Last Wish Raid. You can also use Trinity Ghoul, which is absolutely amazing. And you can also use something like Hand Cannon from Deepstone Crypt, but I don't have it, so I cannot show you, I'm sorry. Then you need some weapon to help us with stronger enemies. Something like this Riptide or other fusion rifles. You can use Shotgun, that's also amazing pick, or even Arbalest and Sniper. Those are good picks too. Basically, these weapons are used against mini-bosses or tough enemies who just don't want to die quickly. After that, we need some really good heavy, just to kill bosses. Honestly, rocket launchers, machine guns are the way to go right now. They are in perfect spot, they deal a lot of damage in all situations, so I would suggest getting something like this Apex Predator from Last Wish. It's amazing. It has Reconstruction and Explosive Light. Reconstruction reloads weapon for you and gives you 2 rockets in magazine, and Explosive Light increases damage of your rockets. You can exchange Explosive Light for something like Bait and Switch. That's also amazing perk. Also, you have something like this Commemoration. It comes from Deepstone Crypt. It's probably one of the best legendary machine guns because it has Reconstruction and Firing Line. Also, you can use Hothead from Nightfalls, even Briar's Contempt. It's from Root of Nightmares, and yeah, Sleeper is still really good pick. Now we are done with weapons. Let's look at the armor. For our Crown of Tempest, we are using 2x Harmonic Siphon. Reason is, most enemies will die because we will kill them with our arc weapons, and 2x Harmonic Siphon will cause us create Orbs of Power, which will give us quite nice chunk of super energy, and then we want to finish it with Heavy Ammo Finder, because we want to use our heavy when we need to. Then for our arms, we are using Momentum Transfer. This will give us a little bit amount of melee energy whenever we deal damage with our grenade, and we use Arc Loader once or twice, that's up to you, just to make our arc weapons reload really fast. For the chest armor, we are using all 3 resistances. Reason is that Arc, Solar and Void are most common damage types in the whole game, but if we are going in, let's say, Nightfall and there is Arc Threat, we are switching one of these 2 mods for arc because we want to have double arc resist. Now for our boots, we are using one-time Absolution. This will give us slight bump into all our abilities whenever we pick up Orb of Power, and then we are using 2x Arc Weapon Surge. Third, Arc Weapon Surge is basically waste because the boost there is minimal and you will not notice it. Now for the class item, I'm using 3x Powerful Attraction. Reason is that I'm extremely lazy person, and this mod allows me to grab all the orbs of power which are around me when I cast my class ability, which is Rift, and I will be casting this often. Now, since we are done with weapons and armor, let's look at the super. We are using Storm Trance because our lovely helmet will prolong this super, and this super allows us to basically be a Palpatine and fry everybody with electricity. The other option is Chaos Reach. Chaos Reach is used for single target damage. It's not that bad, but I prefer to be Palpatine. For our Rift, Jump, that's absolutely up to you, what you like. Then I'm using Chain Lightning. This melee is amazing. Basically, when you slap enemy, you will make this enemy to chain the lightning around themselves. It's amazing for ad clearing. It deals okay damage. But if you are going to, let's say, Nightfall and you need to keep your distance, you should pick up Ball Lightning, which is range option for our melee attack. Now for our grenade, we are using Pulse Grenade, and that's probably the top damage option. It has one downside, because it like strikes and stuns enemies, so sometimes they walk away from it, but otherwise it's the top one. Now for our aspects, we are using Electrostatic Mind and Arc Soul. Arc Soul is amazing thing because whenever you place the rift, whoever will touch your rift will receive Arc Soul body for a short time. This Arc Soul is basically like a little floating ball which is full of arc energy, and it shoots at enemies. It deals quite significant damage, and if you are using this build in raid, I think most people will be thankful to you because you will increase overall damage output of whole team. Now for our fragments, I'm using Spark of Ions. This will allow me to create ionic traces when defeating jolted enemies. I'm using also Spark of Waltz, which increases my recovery by 10, lovely, and then it makes me amplified whenever I kill somebody with Finisher. Then I'm using Spark of Feedback. I'm using it mostly for plus 10 resilience. Finally, I'm using Spark of Discharge, which allows me to create ionic traces on arc weapon kills, and I will be killing in big numbers, so this is also helpful. Now just to clarify, what is ionic trace? Ionic trace is a little spark which is created after killing enemy, and this spark is trying to reach you. It goes on the floor, and when it reaches you, it will recharge portion of all your abilities, and we will be picking up a lot of them. Now let's look at Seasonal Artifact for Season 21. It's actually quite good for Arc. We are using Electric Armor, which allows us to stay amplified much longer. Then we are using Thunderous Retort, which increases damage output of our super if we are amplified. Then we are using Amped Up, which gives us damage resistance while we are amplified, and we will be amplified almost non-stop. Then we are using Lightning Strike twice. This is amazing mod because whenever you throw a grenade, it will boost recharge rate of your grenade. Finally, we are using Shock and Awe. Whenever we kill somebody with our arc damage while amplified, it will create Thunder Strike, and this Thunder Strike deals quite nice damage, and it's also amazing for ad clear. Now since we are done with this, let me show you how this whole build looks like, and then I will show you how it looks in the Lost Sector. Just showcase, you know. Now we are in the Lost Sector. We usually start with placing the rift. It will give us this arc body, and we go on killing spree. This was Ionic Trace, another one, another one. Now for our weapons, we just kill enemy with the weapon, reload, and we get a wall shot, and then we just spray them. Come on, come on, thank you. He was trying to run away. Not nice, not nice. As you can see, my grenade is already back. So let's throw another one. I see some enemies. Will take my buddy with me. It's always fun to play with your friends, you know. I have no friends, so I have my arc buddy. Oh, let me show you the super. The Palpatine is here, as you can see. It's amazing. Carnage. Points everywhere. Actually, I think this is better than Sidious. Yeah, everything is dead. I think this was quite fast. Yeah, everything is dead. Yeah, I hope this build will give you as much fun as it was giving to me. Once to recap it, you can use this build basically everywhere. Raids, nightfalls, strikes. In strikes you will be killing everything and you don't need to properly shoot even because the arc body is damn powerful. In the raids you want to place your rift inside the well, so it will give everybody the arc body. And for nightfalls, well, if you are going to nightfalls, I guess you know what you are doing anyway. Well guys, if you have some question, feel free to put it in comments. I will try to catch up, answer you, and yeah, see you around. Bye bye.